Hey, what is up everyone? It's Melee Damage 15 here and welcome back to my channel. I am bringing you a quick summary of the second 7 Days to Die 1.0 dev stream that happened yesterday. I will leave a link in the description to the full stream if you would like to watch that as well. This stream was definitely more prepared, so the devs were able to get right into the details, which was really nice. I hope you're as excited as I am for some of these updates, so let's get into it. They wasted no time at all in letting us know some dates that we've all been waiting for, so break out your calendars and write these dates down now. Friday, June 21st, will be the start of Streamer Weekend. Streamers will get access to the 1.0 experimental version early and get to play it and release some content over the weekend. Then, on Monday, June 24th, the experimental version will be released on Steam for PC players. As for stable and console edition release, they said that it will be in late July. So my guess would probably be the last week in July. I personally had a feeling that it wouldn't be until the end of July, so I'm not too bothered, but what do you guys think? We finally got some dates to look forward to. Before I get into the rest of the items they covered, I just want to say that you guys smashed the subscribe button last video, so I'm asking again, if you find yourself enjoying this video at any point, please hit that subscribe button and like the video, as well as leave me a comment about your favorite update that was covered. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers by the end of June, and we are already well on our way, so help me get there. Thanks! So the first thing they hopped into was random gen improvements. They showed how random gen maps generated a lot faster than before. Lathan was able to load one in just over 40 seconds, so definitely an improvement there. They also showed a color coordinating system for each city and showed what each one meant. Light blue is rural district, yellow is industrial, dark blue is commercial, gray is downtown, green is residential, red is traders, and white are wilderness POIs. You can also see the spawn points marked with an X. They also talked about how roads are a lot smoother and don't have all the jagged turns and terrain glitches that there used to be. POI spawn algorithms also have been improved to enhance performances, meaning that heavier POIs are more centralized with lighter POIs surrounding them so that the performance is better and there will be less lag spikes and things like that. The next thing was overall game progression improvements that were made. Trader rewards and Duke or money rewards have been nerfed. They did this to make the game longer overall to get more playtime into it. Joel mentioned that a lot of people get pretty comfortable around day 20 or so, where you have most everything you need at that point. Now, that might look closer to day 50 or more. A lot more crafting is needed throughout the game. This is to get rid of the trader meta of just doing quests to get the weapons and tools you need from awards or loot, so now crafting actually has more of a purpose. So basically, don't expect a tier 6 weapon on day 15. There is more overlap with moving from stone to iron or iron to steel. Before, it wasn't worth it to move on from, let's say, a tier 5 stone spear to a tier 1 iron spear. Now that tier 1 iron spear is actually better, which makes a lot of sense, so I'm glad they changed that. Overall, you're going to need a lot more materials to craft and keep for future crafting. Finding meds is also harder now. Basically, they have made the game more survival based. You're going to have to work to survive now. As part of progression, they also have updated traders. Each trader will be assigned a specific biome, and each trader will send you to a new trader once you've completed their initial quests, so there are no more back-to-back duplicates. For example, Rekt will send you to Jen, then Jen to Joel, and so on. This will allow you to be able to visit the different biomes and choose more where you want to build. You can also go back to different tiers for quests while working on other tiers. Traders will also have more lines of dialogue now, and they're continuing to work on adding even more after 1.0. Traders will talk about other traders, will talk about the current weather, will talk about the Duke or Apocalypse, so you will get a more immersive feeling even before we get the full-on story mode later. The last progression information that was given was surrounding armor pieces. The quality and tier of an armor piece determines how good the perk is. Most perks will start as a 10% boost at tier 1 and will go up 10% each tier, with a 20% increase at legendary or tier 6. Obviously some perks will be slightly different, but that is the main progression. They spent a lot of time on POIs and showed a bunch of different ones, and even showed some of the inside of a few of them, like the school, theater, and hotel, and I'll show them here. They talked about how the zombie triggering system was changed even on existing POIs. So if you've memorized them, it will be different. There are also triggering events inside of the POIs that will happen, like explosions and other things they didn't want to mention now. They reiterated the fact that 75 new POIs have been added, including 5 new tier 5s, 2 hotels, a football stadium, etc. They even mentioned that there are over 750 different POIs total in the game now, which is just crazy to me. Legendary items are now craftable. High-tier trader quest rewards and sometimes loot in those high-tier quests have the chance of giving you something called a legendary crafting component, which you will need to use to craft tier 6 weapons, tools, or armor pieces. Now last episode we actually talked a little bit about the vehicles, but this time they actually showed us the vehicles and how the mods are now visual. They put a few of the mods on the vehicles and showed us how they look. I think overall they look pretty good. I liked the gyrocopter and I'm excited to use that. They also mentioned the explosions and fire visual changes that were made and started exploding the terrain a bit, and you can see that the effects are definitely better overall. A couple things they mentioned that could come in the future are zombie skin variations, along with a second radiated zombie that is red and will be a different class of strength. Also regarding zombies, they did mention that in 1.0, the zombies are a little more beefier and tough. They have more HP to add a little more toughness to the game. Overall UI and controller functionality have been improved. They talked about how there is a natural slight snapping or aim assist added to controllers, which should make it a little easier to click on things like looting or shooting zombies when using a controller, which I'm stoked about because in the current console version, it really is hard sometimes when trying to aim at objects or zombies. The last thing they covered before they jumped into a small Q&A was the challenge system. They showed some of the challenges on the second page, which go into more depth, like killing X amount of zombies or animals, or surviving a certain amount of time, or crafting a specific amount of bandages. They also mentioned that these challenges can be done passively. You don't have to set a challenge as your active task in order for it to count, which means you can go about your day doing the things you want, and you'll be completing these challenges passively, which is super nice because you'll get those XP rewards which should help you passively level your character. At the end of the stream, they had a short Q&A where they answered some questions. I'll be honest, it was a bit underwhelming. Many of the same questions that came up have already been answered by the Fun Pimps, or they didn't have answers to, or couldn't answer some of them. A couple that they did answer that were new are as follows. Is the zombie direwolf coming in 1.0? No, the direwolf will not be added. It will be added later. What is going on with discounts? We finally got a somewhat confirmation on discounts. They said that discounts are looking promising, or that they pretty much have a yes from Sony and Microsoft on this, and that they will be able to do a discount for digital legacy owners only. They said they are still trying for the physical owners, but it's not likely. They didn't mention how much the discount will be, but they pretty much confirmed that there will be some sort of discount. The last thing I do want to mention is that there will be a third dev stream next Friday, June 14th at 9 PM CST on Lathan's Twitch again. So definitely mark that on your calendars because they said this next stream should be more of them actually playing the game together. So it should be a good opportunity to see more of some of the changes added to the game in action. So overall guys, this stream was definitely better than last. Rick actually had a list of items he wanted to cover, so they definitely learned a bit from the first one. The stream overall was a little underwhelming besides getting the dates, which obviously was the highlight of the whole stream. But yeah guys, what was your favorite part of the stream? Let me know in the comments. We're getting so close guys, just 2 more weeks before Experimental comes out, so get excited. Thanks so much for watching, I appreciate you all so much. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Go watch my 7 Days to Die Let's Play if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.